tell your senators you want them to vote no on this Equal Rights Amendment so we can have a country that we are proud to leave our daughters.
So if any of you haven't seen that, that is a clip of Kate Blanchett playing Phyllis Schlafly, who happens to be my aunt. And it has been kind of a wild ride to watch this series or to begin watching it. And it has gotten tons of publicity. And if you follow me on Facebook, you've probably seen how inundated I have been with posts regarding this whole fiasco. Because they're showing her as very power hungry, which is not her motivation, which is another thing I wanted to point out, is the difference between feminists' motivation for why they do what they do, which I think is really interesting, and Phyllis's. And because they're power hungry, they just assume that somebody else who's doing what she's doing must also be power hungry. When in fact, her motives were much more altruistic in terms of she really was concerned with the betterment of people's lives and the betterment of the country, right? So it was passion for, what's best for the country and what's best for this particular group of women that she was defending. It's true that she did have a big ego. Even Anne writes about that. I'll quote that in that same Fox article that I did before. She wrote, she stood in the line of social fire because she believed in her causes and believed that God gave her a purpose and a mission for her life. She wanted her life to matter and she wanted to make a difference. Also, and this is important for understanding her, Phyllis loved the fights and the battles. She loved every moment of the spotlight. Yes, she had an enormous ego and very little humility. But she also earned her own attention. She was never a victim, and she believed that feminism taught women to be victims. Okay, I think where people struggled with her, I wanted to acknowledge the areas where people struggled with her, and one of the most obvious, of course, is that she orchestrated the defeat of the ERA, and that's the biggest reason they were mad at her, obviously. But her personality was...
That's such a feminist caricature, too, right? We hate her because she's successful.
Yeah, right. Well, right. But she was successful.
They're doing the same thing that they complain about,